Hello everyone, and welcome to Tasker's Barbecue Supply. I'm Steven Tasker. Today, we're going to be talking butts. More especially, pork butts. Today, we're going to be doing a bone-in pork butt, or as they're more commonly referred to, the Boston butt. This is what's generally used for pulled pork. There's really no trimming necessary on this. We're not using this for competition. This is great for the backyard picnic or for family dinners. These pork butts are great to do for a family meal when you can have leftovers. You can shred this up, have dinner, put it in the fridge and warm it up later. Pulled pork's great to warm up, especially with a little sauce over it. We're going to be prepping this pork butt tonight to go on the grill early in the morning. So we're going to do all of our seasoning and everything we need to do to it tonight. And that way in the morning, we just fire up our grill, throw it on, and relax. So you'll notice I have my pork butt in a disposable aluminum pan. These are great, they're inexpensive. You can throw your meat down in it, do whatever you need to do to it. It makes for easy cleanup and less dishes. So all we're going to be doing first is putting a little bit of yellow mustard on this. The yellow mustard is not really going to add a whole lot of flavor, but what it's going to do is give us a great binder for our rubs. It's also going to help with the vinegar a little bit in tenderization overnight. So all we're going to do is put a thin light coat of mustard over this, put our rubs on it, and it's going to sit over tonight and be ready to go in the morning. All we need is a little bit. It's not going to take a whole lot. Just spread it over the whole pork butt. Get it nice and worked in. And we're just going to do this on all sides, even the fat on the bottom. As you can see, we have a nice coat of mustard all over our pork butt. We're going to be cooking this pork butt fat side down, as we're cooking on a pellet grill, so most of our heat's going to be coming up from the bottom and radiating around. So all we're going to do now is put a light coat of seasoning all over everything. We'll wrap this up, put it in the refrigerator overnight, put a light dusting on it right before it goes on the grill, and it'll be ready to go. Today, we're going to be using Killer Hogs, the Bbq Rub. As most of you know, we're a Killer Hogs dealer now. Malcolm and Whalen make an excellent product for competition or backyard barbecue. I use this on just about everything. It's got a great flavor. A little bit of sweetness, very mild spice to it. It's great on just about anything, but it really shines on some pulled pork. We're not going to need a lot of this rub, just a little coating on the bottom on the fat side, and then we'll put it a little heavier on the top side. So all we're going to do is just sprinkle some on the bottom, get a nice light coating on it. And there's no reason to pat this down or rub it in. It'll set just fine in the fridge with that mustard binder on it. You want to make sure you get all sides. So you want to get the sides, especially where that money muscle is. We'll hit the top a little bit heavier than the bottom. It's okay to go a little heavy on the seasoning. That's what's going to create that nice bark. And that's what you really want to see on a nice pulled pork butt like this. I'm going to get all those ends. Nice coating on everything. And there we go. We're just going to cover this up and let it sit in the refrigerator overnight. It's going to go on the grill first thing in the morning with 225 degrees with some Cookinpellets cherry. I think that cherry is going to give it a great flavor. So we'll see you guys in the morning for more. Welcome back, everyone. We're ready to put this pork butt on this morning so it has plenty of time to cook. We can let it rest and get it pulled for dinner time. This pork butt's had plenty of time to sit overnight in the refrigerator and let all the salt and spices out of this barbecue rub absorb into the meat and give it some real good flavor. Now we're going to get this on the Rectech Bull 700 at 225 degrees with some Cookinpellets 100% black cherry We're going to let this go to about 165 internal temp, and then we're going to wrap it up in some foil and take it the rest of the way. Now before we put this butt on, we're going to give it a light sprinkle of some more Bbq Rub. We're using Killer Hogs, the Bbq Rub. It's the best thing I've found for pork butts. It gives a great flavor, a little bit of sweetness with a little back end spice. It'll be perfect on just about any pork you use. Now this isn't going to take a whole lot. We've already seasoned this up yesterday, so all we're doing is giving it a nice little sprinkle over top to help create a nice bark when we put this on the grill. So we're just going to give it a light dusting. And now it's ready for the grill. We're just going to place it right in the center of the rack, let it get some nice smoke off those cooking pellets. We're going to put our temperature probe in now. We just want that temperature probe down into the center of the meat. You don't want to hit any bone, but you want to get it down nice in the center of that pork butt. This way we can watch our internal temps without ever having to raise the grill again. We're just going to let it set here and take its smoke as it needs. Now the nice thing is with this RecTech, I can watch my grill temperatures and I can watch my internal probe temperatures all from my smartphone. So I don't have to walk out here all the time and check everything. I can make sure my grill's running at the proper temperature, and I can monitor my internal temperatures of my meat all from the phone. So we'll be back here in just a little bit to get this thing wrapped up and finish its cook. Thanks for watching. Welcome back, guys. It's been about 2 hours since we put this pork butt on our RecTech. We're still holding exactly at 225 degrees with this PID controller system. It keeps my temperature within about 2 degrees temperature all the time, so I don't have to worry about it. Now right now we're sitting about 90 degrees internal temperature, so we're coming along nicely. Like I said, we're going to take this up to about 160, 165 before we wrap it and put it back on. Well, let's take a look at it right now and see where we're looking. As you can see, we've got beautiful color on this. Now we're going to do a wipe test to see how good we're tacking up. As you can see, I get no residue on my fingers, so that bark's come along nicely. This pork butt needs at least a few more hours before it's going to get wrapped. So we're just going to shut the lid, let it take its smoke, and we'll be back here in a little bit to get her wrapped up. Okay, so it's been about 5 hours since we put this pork butt on. It's hit about 160 degrees internal, so it's ready to be wrapped. Now you notice I haven't been spritzing it with anything along the way. Sometimes I'll add a little bit of apple cider vinegar and apple juice together and spritz it. For this one here, we just wanted something simple so that we can take our time and do some other things around the yard. That's what we love about these pellet grills. We can set it and forget it. We set the temperature, let the pork butt do its thing. So now what we're going to do, we're going to get this pork butt off. We're going to wrap it up in 2 layers of foil. We're going to put it back on. We're going to bump the grill up to 250 degrees to let it get some nice heat. It's done taking all the smoke it's going to take. All it needs now is heat. Now a lot of times we'll add some things in, apple juice, maybe some honey, things like that to our wrap. Today, like I said, we're just taking it simple, so we're just going to wrap this pork butt up the way it is and get it back on the grill. Just take our meat probe out, set our pork butt down, get a wrap on it. You want to wrap that up nice and tight to keep all the juices in. As you can see already, the juices are running out of it. That's the benefit of a pellet. I'm going to double layer this. Go right back on, and I'm just going to put my temperature probe right down through into the middle again. making sure not to hit any bone. And all we're going to be looking for is around 200 degrees internal temperature until we get a butter-like consistency. So we'll see you back once we get some better internal temperatures. See you guys soon. Alright, we're a little over the 9-hour mark. We've just hit 200 degrees internal temperature. We're going to open up the grill, pull the foil back and check for tenderness, and double check our internal temp with an instant read thermometer. So here we go. Pull our thermometer out. Unwrap some of this foil. That's what we want to see right there. That's why there's no need to add any apple juice or anything like that. This pork butt's going to make enough juice for itself. So let's double check our temperatures. We're sitting it right at 199.9. That's right where we want it. So we're going to take this off, wrap it up, wrap it in some towels, put it in the cooler, and it's going to set for at least a couple hours. Let it suck some of those juices back in, and then we'll be inside to get it pulled up. We might even use one of our new drill attachments today to see how they work out. Let's place this in the cooler. We're just going to throw a towel over top of it to keep it nice and warm. Here in just a little bit we'll be pulling it with one of our new drill attachments, so stay tuned. Thanks. Alright everyone, that time has come. We're going to unwrap this pork butt, get it pulled up, and get ready for dinner time. First thing we're going to do is going to get us a nice stainless steel pot. Open up our cooler. I can see that pork butt's still steaming hot. We're going to unwrap it. Lift it up out. Set it right down in our pot, and as you can see, my bone comes out perfectly clean. That's exactly what we want to see. So now we're going to take one of our new tools, which is going to be available at Tasker's Barbecue Supply soon. It attaches to any cordless drill, and all we have to do is get down in here and as you can see, it makes very easy work of some pulled pork. Alright guys, we're going to get this finished pulled up here. We'll meet you back inside to go over everything we've done today. See you soon. Alright, we're back inside. We got this butt shredded up just perfect. That drill attachment worked great. So just to recap a little bit, we started off with a 9.5 pound Boston butt. We gave it a little base of mustard and then topped it off with some Killer Hogs the Bbq Rub. So we got it all seasoned up last night, put it in the refrigerator to set, got it out early this morning and threw it on our pellet cooker at 225 until it hit an internal temp of 160. We were using Cookinpellets 100% black cherry pellets. They are absolutely perfect. They give it a great flavor, they produce very low ash, and they also use a lot less pellets than most other competitors when compared to time. So we threw this pork butt on this morning at 225. There's a lot of people that will recommend running 250, and that's fine. I prefer 225 myself, but either one will do perfect for you. There's no spritz or juice on this, and you notice we didn't add anything when we wrapped. It's kind of a personal preference for me. We wanted just something easy and low maintenance for today, that way we could take care of other things. If I was doing this for a competition or for catering, I might add some stuff for spritz in between. But there's no need for it because I don't have to touch this pork butt other than to wrap it today. So after we got it wrapped, we put it back in the smoker, we took it back out, put it in the cooler, and let it rest for an hour and a half. After we let it rest, we pull it back out, used our new drill attachment to shred it all up, and it looks beautiful. So what we basically did is we ran 7.5 hours at 225 degrees. Wrapped it and then ran another 3 hours at 250 degrees until our internal temp was at 200, and it probed just like soft butter. It was perfect. So to top off the Killer Hogs the Bbq Rub, which by the way tastes amazing on this pulled pork butt, we're going to be using some of Killer Hogs vinegar sauce. I prefer the vinegar sauce because it's a little bit thinner, but it's still got nice sweetness and a little bit of tang to it. It just works beautifully on pulled pork. We're just going to give it a little drizzle here. Mix it in just slightly. And you know we got to give it a taste. That vinegar sauce matches perfectly with that barbecue rub. It's tender. You can't get any better than that. So I appreciate everybody watching today, and I hope you subscribe to our page and like our Facebook channel. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.